I've been good looking since I was a kid. My sister worries other girls will chase after me. So before she leaves for abroad, she drops me off at her biggest business rival's house. Sylvie, look after my brother for me. I have to go abroad for something. You want me to raise your brother? Are you sure? Of course. We may be rivals, but we've also been childhood friends. Take good care of him. I'll pay you every cent. You don't need to pay me. Just leave Ethan with me. She agrees so readily and doesn't even want the money. Something feels off, but there's nothing I can do. I have to leave the country now, and I'm worried those girls out there will target Ethan. After thinking it over, it's safest to leave him with Sylvie. Sylvie's personal life is spotless. She's never had a man around her. She'd never have improper thoughts about Ethan. But let me warn you first. My brother is very well behaved. You'd better not bully him. Our family feud has nothing to do with a kid. You talk too much. Fine, I won't waste any more words, as long as you agree. Ethan, you'll stay with her for the next 2 months. She turns and orders the bodyguards to move the luggage. I stand off to the side, full of resentment. My sister is being completely unreasonable, dumping me on a woman I barely know. Sylvie stands nearby, the corner of her mouth curling up on its own. I never expected this. The one I've been dreaming about just showed up at my door. Olivia watches the bodyguards finish loading the luggage, then turns to Sylvie and says, I wired 10 million to your account. Check it when you can. Oh, and it's summer break right now. Keep a close eye on him. People are always trying to get him to go out. A lot of them have bad intentions. You have to keep them away from him. I trust you. You're not like those people smitten at first sight. You'd never take advantage of my brother. What a joke. Every woman falls for someone she likes at first sight. Fate just dropped him at my door. I'm not letting this chance slip away. Olivia glances down at the time, her tone turning urgent. My flight is at noon. I don't have time. You have to take good care of him. I'm leaving now, little brother. Don't go running off anywhere. After Olivia finishes, she hurries into the car. I watch the car drive off into the distance. All I can do is stand there and sigh. While I'm still lost in thought, a light fragrance drifts into my nose. I glance down and see a pair of gentle eyes looking back at me. For a moment, I forget to move at all. What are you planning? Ethan. If he dares to lecture me, I'll run off right away. Sylvie's gaze lands on my face, her voice sultry and inviting. It's getting late, let's go inside. Oh, okay. I step slightly to the side, wanting her to go first. Seeing me not move, Sylvie's tone cools a little. What, am I so beautiful you can't even walk? My tone comes out a bit stiff. You go first. Sylvie has no idea what I'm actually thinking. All she can think is, I can't let Ethan slip away. Stop dawdling, get inside. I instantly feel annoyed. My eyes flick toward the road behind her, weighing my chances of making a run for it. Sylvie catches on to what I'm thinking. Her eyes turn cold and she says, Your sister put you in my care. That makes me responsible for your safety. If you're thinking of leaving, forget it. Not unless she comes to pick you up herself. I let out a cold huff and turn to walk into the mansion. There's no point fighting a losing battle. I have no choice but to give in. If Ethan really insists on leaving, I honestly wouldn't know what to do. I walk into the living room and plop down on the couch. Where's my room? To answer you, young Master Ethan, it's on the second floor. The first room you see. I don't want that one. I want the one by the hallway. Just then, Sylvie walks in. I instantly switch to a polite tone and say, You promised my sister you'd take good care of me. I just want a room that suits me, that's all. No problem. Clear out my master bedroom. Hearing that, my eyes go wide. I never imagined the room I casually mentioned would be her master bedroom. I don't need that one. I really don't want that room. Just find me any room on the third floor. Young Master Ethan, there are no bedrooms on the third floor. Sylvie walks over, pours a glass of water, and hands it to me. There are only 2 bedrooms in this house. Pick one. Either one is fine. I'm caught off guard. I never expected this ruthless business tycoon to pour me water herself. She's actually this thoughtful. It's like a completely different person from her usual icy image. I stare at her in a daze, forgetting to look away. Under my gaze, Sylvie feels a flicker of shyness. She forces herself to sound composed. Is there something on my face? No. Sylvie assumes I'm simply captivated by her looks. She feels secretly pleased, her tone turning noticeably lighter. Have you decided? Which room do you want? Either one is fine. You choose. Wherever you stay, I'll stay there too. Sylvie gives me a meaningful look. The servant nearby freezes too, clearly not expecting me to say something like that. Only then do I realize what I said, and I quickly correct myself. Just give me whichever room is left. Sylvie smiles faintly and instructs the servant, It's getting late. Get the guest room ready first, and have him settle in. The servant nods and steps away. I watch the servant leave, hesitating for a moment, then say, Thank you. But Sylvie's expression turns cold. She hates that polite little thank you. She hates even more how distant it makes us sound. It feels far too formal, too much like strangers. I pick up the glass and take a sip, when my phone suddenly rings in my pocket. I pull it out and glance at the caller ID. I sneak a glance at Sylvie, still standing nearby. Sylvie thinks, Look at him, acting all sneaky like that. Something's obviously going on. He clearly doesn't want me to know who's calling. Sylvie notices a flicker of delight cross my face, and a bad feeling instantly rises in her chest. She steps forward and sits down right beside me. The couch cushion dips beside me. I turn my head and meet her eyes head on. Who are you calling? She asks. The woman on the phone hears this and asks, "Ethan, why is there a woman with you?" I lower my voice to explain. "It's my sister's friend." As for Sylvie's question, I dodge it entirely and instead stand up, deliberately putting distance between us. Sylvie shoots me a pouty, sulking look. All I can do is keep explaining to the woman on the phone. "I'm really at home. It's just my sister's friend. Nobody else." Sylvie's voice sounds nothing like Olivia's. Ivy can obviously tell the difference. Watching me fumble through my explanation, jealousy churns inside Sylvie. She deliberately raises her voice and says to me in a sultry tone, "Ethan, it's getting late. Come upstairs and rest with me." My eyes go wide in disbelief. The woman on the phone snaps. "What did she just say? Ethan, where exactly are you right now? Who are you resting with?" "No, it's not what you think. You've got it all wrong." The call abruptly cuts off. I frown, shooting Sylvie an exasperated look. "What on earth was that nonsense?" I say. "Great, just great. Now she's got the wrong idea. Happy now?" "Wrong idea about what?" "About us. Thinking there's something going on between us." The words sit right on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't force them out. All I can do is hang my head. I remember my sister once telling me that Sylvie isn't someone you want to cross. I can't afford to say anything that offends her. So I changed the subject instead. "Why did you just call me Ethan? A few minutes ago you were still calling me by my full name." "Can't I call you that?" she says. "It's not that, it just feels a little strange." Hearing me say this, Sylvie's mood instantly brightens. "Was that your girlfriend on the phone just now?" I look away, a little embarrassed, and say, "No way." She presses, "Are you two dating?" "No," I say. "Be honest," she says. "I won't tell your sister." At that moment she thinks, I'd really like to know which shameless woman dares to make a move on what's mine. Really, I'm not dating her. She's just a close friend, a girl I'm close with. "You promised me." "Don't tell my sister." Sylvie thinks even if they're not together yet, it's probably only a matter of time, which irritates her more. Seeing her stay silent, I start to panic a little. I quickly speak up. "I'm going upstairs to my room to rest." I jump up in a hurry, trying to slip away, and my leg accidentally knocks into her knee. A faint, delicate fragrance washes over me. I stare at her, wide-eyed with shock. She looks back at me quietly. The two of us are standing incredibly close. My voice comes out shaky. I didn't mean to." My voice trembles without my meaning it to. In all my years growing up, I had never been this close to a girl before. My face turns completely red. "What did you say?" Flustered, I try to stand up, but whether from nerves or something else, my left foot trips over my right, and I fall again. This time I don't even manage to catch the armrest. It's an absolute mess. Mortifying to watch. I scramble up in a panic and flee the scene. Silly little pup. Can't even walk straight. I am not a silly little pup. Watching me storm off, Sylvie lets out a helpless sigh, thinking, I really have fallen for him, hard. I go back to my room, and after washing up I stare at my phone screen, worried. Ivy isn't even replying to my texts anymore. What am I supposed to do? I'm not used to sleeping in a new bed. I toss and turn, unable to fall asleep. Next door, Sylvie is just as sleepless. She thinks, I really want to sneak next door. Even just one glance would be enough. No, I can't. What if I wake him while he's sleeping? What if he thinks I'm some kind of creep? After agonizing over it for most of the night, she ultimately decides to give up. At 8:30 in the morning, Sylvie sits at the dining table, looking at the breakfast laid out before her. Her eyes drift toward the second floor every so often. Sensing the hint, Mama Lou speaks up. "Miss, let me go wake young Master Ethan for breakfast." Sylvie says nothing, which is as good as a yes. 10 minutes later, I come downstairs with dark circles under my eyes, my hair a complete mess. What college student actually gets up before 8 for breakfast? I didn't sleep well last night, and it's all because of you. Ivy won't even talk to me now. The moment those words leave my mouth, Sylvie's expression instantly turns icy. Sylvie had someone look into it last night. That woman named Ivy has been getting far too close to Ethan lately. Losing a whole night's sleep over some woman. So what? If you hadn't run your mouth yesterday, Ivy wouldn't be ignoring me now. Sylvie picks up her coffee and takes a sip, swallowing down her irritation. I walk over and sit down at the table, slowly sipping my porridge. Carefully, I speak up. Could you come with me today to explain things to her?" Sylvie glances at me briefly, saying nothing. I instantly lose the nerve to say another word. Lowering my head and obediently sipping my porridge, I curse myself silently, wondering if I've lost my mind. How dare I try to order her around? Talk about asking for trouble. Just as I'm convinced she'll refuse, she asks, "When do you want to go? Didn't you want me to come explain with you?" "Today doesn't really work for me. Would tomorrow be okay?" "Sure, just rest at home today. I'll go with you tomorrow." Sylvie thinks, today I'll plan out quite the show. Tomorrow, I'll make sure you two are through for good. I have no idea what's going on in her head. Like a fool, I still think she's a good person, assuming she genuinely means to help me explain. So I find myself reflecting quietly, wondering if I've been too harsh toward her. After all, she's Olivia's childhood friend. I should be warmer toward her from now on. The thought settles my mind quite a bit. After breakfast, I head back to my room to catch up on sleep. Before dozing off, I send Ivy another message. "I'll bring someone tomorrow to explain what happened that day." She replies, "No need." The next morning, I climb into Sylvie's Maybach. "Sister Sylvie, thank you for making time to come explain this with me." Sylvie's lips curve up slightly, thinking, I love it when Ethan calls me Sister Sylvie. It sounds so sweet coming from him. "No need to thank me. I promised Olivia I'd take good care of you." Sister Sylvie, you're clearly my sister's arch-rival, so why would she insist on leaving me with you? I'm not sure either. She thinks Olivia must be completely blind, assuming leaving you with me is the safest choice, never realizing I've had my eye on you for years. I've been racking my brain over how to get closer to you, and here she comes, delivering you right to my doorstep. She's basically an unwitting wingman. Ivy is interning at her family's company. I go straight there to find her. Once we arrive downstairs, Sylvie and I get out of the car. Sylvie eyes the modest little company in front of her, her brows knitting slightly. She thinks, Ethan's taste really isn't great. Doesn't he care at all about a partner's background? I take a couple of steps forward, then notice she hasn't followed. I turn back, grab her arm, and pull her toward the entrance. Come on, let's go in. Sylvie's lashes flutter slightly, her eyes falling to my hand gripping her arm. Just as she's about to hold my wrist in return, I suddenly let go and hurry ahead toward the front desk. Sylvie strolls forward at her own pace, reaching out to hold my hand, but right then, I turn around and say, all set. Sylvie looks down at her own hand, a flicker of disappointment crossing her heart. Let's go. We scan our badges at the security gate and step into the elevator. I sneak glances at her expression now and then. She seemed a little upset just now. Why though? Never mind. She'd better help me explain this properly. No more slip-ups this time. I look up at her and say, Sister Sylvie, you have to explain everything clearly. Don't let her get the wrong idea again. The words have barely left my mouth when the elevator doors slide open. I hurry out right away. Even though Ivy is only an intern, she's already been made a supervisor. She has her own private office. I glance around, pinpointing exactly which office is hers. I walk over and find the door left slightly ajar. Did Ivy know I was coming and leave it open on purpose for me? Just yesterday she said not to come, so her words didn't match her true feelings after all. Good thing I didn't give up. I push the door open slowly, and the moment I step in, I hear intimate sounds. My eyes land on the couch. A man and a woman are locked in an embrace. I know that woman's figure all too well. I stagger back a step, my pupils shrinking in shock. Ivy! She hears my voice and instantly snaps back to her senses. Ethan! She whips her head toward the man beside her. Ryan Liu? Why is it you? Ryan calmly straightens his clothes, a smirk playing on his lips. Ivy, what are you talking about? Ivy scrambles to her feet in a panic and rushes over to me. Ethan, it's not what it looks like. Let me explain. I thought he was you just now. I stare at the marks of intimacy all over her, my chest tightening with fury. Are you out of your mind? Ivy reaches out to grab my hand, but Sylvie steps between us and cuts her off. You don't deserve to touch him. Ivy's face is a mix of confusion and wounded innocence. Ethan, please, let me explain. I really thought it was you just now. I don't know how it turned into him. Tell me, where do he and I even look alike? And here I was bringing someone along just to clear things up with you. What a fool I've been. I'm sorry, Ethan. It's my fault. I swear it wasn't intentional. I don't even like him. You're the only one in my heart. Ivy's apology tumbles out in a jumbled mess. My eyes are filled with nothing but contempt. I don't want to be with someone like you. You disgust me. I came here today meaning to clear up what happened that day. Well, it turns out there's nothing left to explain. We're done. For good. Ivy chases after me, desperate. Ethan, don't leave. This really is a misunderstanding. But Ryan suddenly grabs her hand from behind. Ivy, don't leave me. The moment I step into the elevator, my head drops. I feel like I'm about to lose control of my emotions. What a snake. And to think she used to whisper sweet nothings to me every day. It was all fake from the start. Don't be upset. You two were never officially together anyway. Whatever she does isn't your problem. You don't need to waste your tears on her. Her words cut into me like a knife. I lift my head, glaring at her with a mix of hurt and anger. Are you here to watch me make a fool of myself? Happy now? My sister was right about you. You really do have a grudge against the SU family. That's not what I meant. I wasn't laughing at you. I refuse to listen to another word. The elevator doors open and I storm out, leaving her behind. Once outside the building, I automatically climb into the Maybach, then realize a beat too late that it's her car. Just as I try to get out, I hear the car doors lock. A slender figure moves closer to me. I swallow nervously. What are you doing? Sylvie gently taps my forehead with a finger, her voice absurdly tender. Don't be sad. You saw her true colors before you were even officially together. That's a good thing. You should feel relieved. My chest aches with pain. I can't understand why Ivy would do this. We were clearly heading toward becoming a couple. How did it all fall apart like this? But the pride in my bones won't let me show weakness. I turn my head away sharply and say stubbornly, she wasn't even my type to begin with. It's gone, so what? No big deal. I couldn't care less. Sylvie clearly doesn't buy it. I turn to face her, my tone carrying a hint of a threat. Seriously, don't you dare tell my sister about this. Sylvie agrees without hesitation. Don't worry, I won't say a word. Then have the driver take me home. Go ahead and handle your own business. All right. Sylvie opens the door and steps out, watching with her own eyes as the Maybach drives away. Then she turns and walks toward the Bentley parked nearby. Beside the Bentley, Serena is handing Ryan a check for $1 million. Ryan takes the check, grinning from ear to ear. Sylvie's gaze sweeps over Ryan, disgust lacing her voice. Send him out of the country. Make sure he never sets foot in this city again. The sight of him irritates me. The moment I get back to the Mo mansion, I lock myself in my room. I sit on the couch, staring blankly out the window. When Sylvie gets home from work and learns from the servants that I didn't even eat lunch, and have been shut up alone in my room the whole time, Her irritation flares up instantly. What's going on with Ethan? He clearly said he wasn't upset earlier today, and now he's hiding away, playing the brooding prince. The click of heels echoes up the stairs, followed by a soft knock at the door. Ethan, open the door. Sylvie's voice carries through the wood. When I don't answer, she adds, if you don't open it, I'm coming in myself. The words have barely settled when Sylvie walks in. I lift my head to look at her, my eyes unfocused, my whole body radiating helplessness. Seeing me like this, most of Sylvie's anger dissolves at once. Didn't you say you didn't care? So why are you hiding away like this? Not even eating a bite. I look at the striking woman before me and ask, my voice helpless, is it because I'm not handsome enough? Otherwise, why would she choose that man instead of me? Hearing the self-doubt in my voice, her tone fills with displeasure. She was never good enough for you. In family background and looks, you deserve someone far better. Her words carry a hint of meaning, subtle enough to slip past unnoticed. But my mind is so consumed with pain at that moment that none of it really registers. Alright, come downstairs and eat. You've gone the whole day without food. Your stomach can't take that. I don't want to. If you don't get up right now, I'm calling your sister this instant. Her words are a blatant threat, plain and simple. It yanks me right out of my gloom. Fine, you win. In the end, I give in. I drag my feet, put on my shoes, and head downstairs to eat. I sit at the table, pushing the rice around my bowl half-heartedly. There's so much food on the table. Isn't there anything that suits your taste? I answer without even lifting my head. No, I just don't have an appetite. I'm not even sure whether it's the food I don't like, or her constant hovering. Sylvie says nothing more, but I can clearly sense the distance radiating off her. After the meal, I return to my room. My mind is a chaotic mess. The scene at Ivy's office keeps replaying in my head, refusing to fade. The more I dwell on it, the more restless I become. Almost without meaning to, I find myself walking out of my room, hesitating for a long while, before finally knocking on Sylvie's door next to mine. I wait a good while, but there's no response. I start to second-guess myself. Just then, the door suddenly swings open. I stare in shock at the woman before me. She's just finished showering, her hair still damp, draped loosely behind her. She looks sultry and languid all at once. Why would she open the door looking like this? My eyes drift instinctively over her pale skin. Wait, what am I even doing? Did you need something from me? She speaks first, a note of surprise in her voice. It's nothing. I say it and immediately try to bolt, but she calls out and stops me. Ethan, where are you off to? Her sultry voice drifts over from behind me. I stop in my tracks, flustered. I want to go grab a couple drinks at a bar. The words have barely left my mouth when she cuts in. You're not going, it's too late. I steel myself and push back. I'm going anyway. I'm hurting right now. There's plenty of wine in this house. If you want a drink, drink here. The moment she finishes speaking, she shuts the bedroom door, reaches out, and grabs my wrist. I just stare down at her hand around mine. I follow her down to the wine cellar in the basement. Reluctant to let go of my wrist, she pulls a bottle of red wine from the black and gold cabinet with her free hand. She uncorks it and pours it into a decanter. The rich scent of wine fills the air from the decanter, and I can't help but swallow, tempted. I don't think I've ever actually had red wine before. I've only ever tried a few sips of cocktails. My sister always stopped me from drinking. She always claimed alcohol makes men turn violent and short-tempered, unable to control their own behavior. Remembering this, I can't help but ask, will this make me violent and short-tempered too? Sylvie lets out a light laugh. Who told you that drinking makes people violent? My sister. Actually, drinking red wine in moderation is good for your health. Just a little though, not too much. My eyes light up instantly. I stare at the decanter and ask, can I drink it now? Just wait a little longer. It needs to breathe fully, first, or it'll taste too harsh. My excitement deflates instantly. 2 seconds later, I can't help asking again, can I drink it now? Sylvie glances up at me, amusement glinting in her eyes. She picks up the decanter and slowly pours the wine into a stemmed glass, then hands it to me. Does your sister normally never let you touch alcohol? My mouth twitches, unwilling to admit the truth. That's not true at all. My sister lets me drink. She laughs softly, choosing not to call out my obvious lie, and takes a seat on the bar stool beside me. I lift the glass and take a small sip. My face scrunches up instantly. It's bitter and harsh all at once. It doesn't taste good at all. Not nearly as smooth as a cocktail. Not used to it, huh? Want me to get you some juice instead? I shoot her an irritated glare, and out of sheer stubbornness down the entire glass in one go. A sweet, burning warmth spreads through my mouth. This wine really is all looks and no substance. It genuinely doesn't taste great. Sylvie's lips curl up slightly, as she takes a small sip of her own. Watching me pour myself another glass, she warns, slow down. You might get drunk. I huff and reply, I can hold my liquor just fine. I drain another glass in one go. But once this glass settles in my stomach, my head starts to spin, my gaze grows hazy and unfocused, and I slump over the bar counter, unwilling to move at all. Sylvie shakes her head with a smile, leisurely savoring her own wine, murmuring quietly to herself. Looks like Ethan really doesn't think of me as a stranger anymore. Groggily, I lift my head, staring at her face and saying, Sister, you're so pretty. A flicker of delight flashes through Sylvie's eyes. She leans in closer and asks, Really? I nod vigorously. No good. My head just spins harder. I stare at her sultry lips, when the scene from Ivy's office suddenly resurfaces in my mind. A fresh wave of pain washes over me. Emboldened by the alcohol, I scoot closer to her. She asks me gently, her voice teasing. Do you still remember who I am? I shake my head heavy and spinning. I seem to be muttering to myself. Am I not good enough? She replies, a mix of helpless and fond. You're good enough. More than good enough. Our Ethan is the best. Sylvie keeps holding me steady the whole time. I press my face against the cool surface of the bar, mumbling with a blank, dazed look in my eyes. I'm the best. Ivy was the one who didn't deserve me. Sylvie gazes at me tenderly beside me, thinking, why is he reacting this strongly? He's definitely a lovesick fool, no doubt about it. Before long, drowsiness overtakes me. The sound of steady, even breathing reaches Sylvie's ears. She calls my name a couple of times, and when I don't respond, she has a bodyguard carry me back to my room. Just as Sylvie is tucking the blankets around me, I stir awake in a daze. All I can see are her sultry lips. Without thinking, I lean up toward her. Sylvie's eyes widen instantly, staring at me in disbelief. I flash her a sly, drunken grin. Her tone turns serious and stern as she asks, Ethan, do you even know who I am before you go kissing me like that? My head is spinning far too badly. I can't make sense of anything she's saying. I can only vaguely sense that she seems upset. I quickly turn away, trying to dodge her scolding. Seeing me stay silent, her expression darkens even further. Her gaze drifts to my lips, and her fingertips brush against her own without thinking. Ethan, just go to sleep. Tomorrow you'll have forgotten all about Ivy. Early the next morning, Sylvie sits at the table eating breakfast when a video call suddenly comes in. Where's my brother? The moment the call connects, Olivia's voice comes through. Took you this long to remember your brother? I thought you'd forgotten about him entirely. A note of guilt slips into Olivia's tone. How could I possibly forget? I've just been busy, that's all. I already looked into it. You didn't go abroad for work at all. You went chasing after some man. Sylvie's tone turns detached. If you're that busy, don't bother calling. Your brother is doing perfectly fine with me. He's never going hungry, that's for sure. That's not the point. What if you're mistreating? Just then I rub my eyes and stumble downstairs, mumbling, Sis, is that you? I thought I heard your voice. Olivia's voice instantly spikes. Little brother! Sylvie turns the phone camera toward me, and at the sight of my messy bedhead hair, Olivia instantly explodes. Have you been mistreating our Ethan? Sylvie stares at me, utterly bewildered, clearly not expecting Olivia to make an issue of this. I listen to my sister's words, cringing with embarrassment. My toes curl in second-hand humiliation. Olivia, you're not seriously suggesting I blow-dry your brother's hair and pick out his clothes, are you? Olivia's about to snap back, when something suddenly seems to occur to her. Her expression instantly turns smug. Fair enough. You don't have a brother or a boyfriend single as you are, so it makes sense you wouldn't understand any of this. Sylvie is left completely speechless. I see she just called to gloat about her love life. Sylvie stares at Olivia on the screen, contempt written all over her face. She thinks, go ahead and mock me all you want for now. Once I've won your brother's heart, let's see if you're still laughing then. You need to hire a stylist to manage my brother's image. This is exactly how Ethan looks at home too. I walk over and speak up timidly. Sis, I can manage on my own. How could you possibly manage on your own? I already gave her money for this. Whatever standard you had at home, you should have the same over there. Don't sell yourself short. I don't dare say a word, just sneaking a glance at Sylvie. Sylvie shows no reaction at all. She thinks, this is hardly a big deal. With Ethan staying here, of course I'll treat him well. If he ends up worse off staying with me than before, how am I ever supposed to win his heart? My sister asks, concern in her voice. Little brother, Sylvie hasn't been mistreating you, has she? No, not at all. Sister Sylvie is really good to me. Olivia rolls her eyes at the phone. You are not calling her sister. I ask, confused. Then what am I supposed to call her? Call her Sylvie Mo. Listen to me. If she ever treats you badly, you come tell me right away. I'll deal with it. I decide not to bother engaging with my ridiculous sister, and simply nod obediently. Sylvie flips the camera back around to face herself. Alright, my phone's dying, I'm hanging up. Right before the call cuts off, Olivia shouts, You are not allowed to mistreat my brother. I'll be checking in on you every few days. Sylvie hangs up the call, sets the phone aside, and turns to look at me as I eat my porridge. You're up so early today. I thought you'd feel off today after drinking so much last night, so I wanted to let you sleep in. I didn't even have anyone wake you. My mouth twitches and I say, Of course I have to get up early. Otherwise, it'd be so awkward waiting for the host to come fetch me. An odd silence settles over the room. Do you remember what you did last night after drinking? I'm momentarily stunned. What did I do? I don't remember any of it. Sylvie's eyes hold a faint trace of resentment as she looks at me. It's nothing. You got drunk after just 2 glasses last night. I had someone carry you back to bed. Sylvie thinks it over for a long moment, deciding, never mind, I won't bring it up. We've barely spent a few days together, and I don't want to risk scaring Ethan off. My eyes widen slightly. I actually thought I'd made it back to my room on my own. Our eyes meet unexpectedly. Sorry for the trouble I caused you last night. You shouldn't drink with others in the future, it's dangerous. Sylvie muses to herself. With me, all he did was steal one impulsive kiss. But if some other woman got her hands on him, the outcome could be far, far worse. My earlier awkwardness vanishes in an instant. I think, just as nagging as my sister. So annoying. Once breakfast is finished, I head to go back upstairs. Halfway there, I sense someone behind me. I turn around and find Sylvie standing 2 steps behind me. Sister Sylvie, aren't you heading to work? Your sister asked me to handle your image. You? Managing my image? My surprise quickly curdles into unease. Please don't scare me like this. It's terrifying. Ha ha, no need for that. Sister Sylvie, I can handle it myself. Are you just going to ignore what your sister said? Really, there's no need. I can manage on my own. I refuse again and again, which only deepens the distant chill radiating off Sylvie. She shoots me a cold glance, then turns and walks away. Why is she getting upset over this? While I'm busy fixing my own hair, my childhood friend calls. I switch to speakerphone and set the phone aside. Jaden, what's up? Whoa, judging by your voice. Have you finally gotten over that heartbreak? I purse my lips and say, what heartbreak? I was never even dating anyone. Right, I tell myself, staying composed, unwilling to admit I'd ever been caught up in something with Ivy. It's honestly a bit humiliating. Jaden asks, a little puzzled. But seriously though, Ivy doesn't seem like the type to be fickle like that. Are you too sure this isn't some kind of misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? I saw it with my own eyes. What misunderstanding could there possibly be? My sister was right. Women are all the same, none of them any good. Well, hearing that, Jaden says, it really does sound like Olivia isn't a good person. How's it going staying over there? Not great, I don't want to stay here. Then sneak over and stay at my place for a couple days. You said it, I'm actually coming then. I'm not home right now. My flight lands at 9 tonight. Wait for me, I'll come pick you up. Okay. Sylvie has a work dinner tonight and won't be back until late. Perfect timing for me to sneak off and stay at my friend's for a couple days. At 10 that night, a luxury van pulls up outside the Mo residence. The moment I get the message, I grab my already packed bag and head out the door. But then, the moment I step outside, I spot two women standing there chatting. Sensing my movement, Sylvie turns her head and looks at me. Her gaze is cold as frost. I instantly lose my nerve. Jaden sits inside the van waving at me excitedly. Ethan! I glance at him then quickly look away. Sister Mia. Mia stares at me, utterly stunned. Olivia actually left her brother with you? Sylvie doesn't respond. Her mood right now is anything but good. She thinks, this is going too far. Why didn't Ethan even greet me? Why didn't he call me sister? Her tone turns cool and clipped. It's this late already. What are you doing out here? I feel a guilty flutter without meaning to. This woman is way scarier than my own sister. Just going out. I glance at Jaden in the van, silently begging for backup. You're not going. Why not? It's too late. Daytime is fine. Not at night. I turn to Mia and say, Sister Mia, can I come stay at your place? Mia's eyes instinctively dart to Sylvie. She thinks, I know full well the whole point of this trip was to pick up Ethan, but with Sylvie standing right there, how could I possibly dare say yes? Ethan, be good. It's already this late. Why don't you go out with Jaden tomorrow instead? I glance back at Jaden in the van, deflated. Jaden glares at his own sister, irritated. His sister really is hopeless. She can't even hold her ground against Sylvie. Sylvie doesn't hold back, issuing them out. You two can head back now. Jaden and I exchange a reluctant look. Sylvie steps up beside me, her tone sharp. What are you staring at? Get back inside now. I pull my gaze away and trudge back inside, thoroughly unwilling. I mutter under my breath. Do you live by the ocean or something? Why are you butting in this much? It's all because of what your sister said. I spin around abruptly, my eyes narrowing. Aren't you supposed to be my sister's arch rival? So why do you follow her every word? Don't tell me you secretly have a crush on her. I have a crush on you. I roll my eyes internally, thinking, what a lunatic. You need to grow a spine, you know that? Whatever my sister forbids me from doing, you should let me do exactly that. That's the only way to prove you're actually her arch rival. Sylvie catches my hand just as I'm about to pull it away. What are you doing? A flash of panic crosses my eyes. Ethan, are you actually trying to tell me how to run things? I reply instantly, I wasn't. I was just making a suggestion. Whether you take it is up to you. Sylvie gives a faint smile, her feelings unreadable. Do you want to get away from me? Against my true feelings, I say no. Sylvie thinks to herself, amused. Ethan really can't lie to save his life. He can't hide what he's thinking to save his life either. Good boy, Ethan. I'll always be good to you. Listening to her sultry, teasing voice, my heart skips a beat. Sister Sylvie, I'll be completely obedient from now on. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. Sylvie stays skeptical of my words, taking a long moment before speaking. From now on, your curfew is 8 every night. After thinking it over for a moment, she adds, once the weather cools down, we'll move it to 7. Hearing that, the smile I'd just started forming vanishes instantly. I curse inwardly. Ugh, this woman has zero mercy. I'm going to tattle on her to my sister. I'll tell her you're bullying me. Sylvie watches my retreating figure, pulling out her phone to send Olivia a message. There have been a lot of girls around lately. A curfew seems like a good idea. I have to go to work. I can't keep an eye on him every single moment. Back in my room, I call Olivia right away to complain. But not only does it fail to work, I end up getting lectured instead. She tells me I'm not allowed to hang out with girls. I'm so frustrated I can't fall asleep at all. Early the next morning, I get out of bed, seething with resentment. I sit at the table, glaring intently at the woman across from me, scrolling on her phone. Sylvie pays no mind to my glare, casually lifting her coffee cup toward her lips. I spring to my feet at once, snatch the cup right out of her hand, and pour the coffee out onto the floor, lifting my chin in defiance. Coffee splashes onto Sylvie's hand. Mama Lou quickly finds an excuse to slip away. Miss, just a moment. I'll go make you a fresh cup right away. I watch the look in Sylvie's eyes and feel a chill run through me. Uh-oh, she's actually angry now. I keep watching her, thinking to myself, wait, this is off. Why isn't she yelling at me at all? If she doesn't scold me, how am I supposed to complain to my sister? How am I ever going to get sent back home? Maybe she isn't upset enough yet. Just then, Mama Lu brings over a fresh cup of coffee. So Miss really isn't angry after all? I immediately grab it and take a big gulp. Why is this so bitter? Sylvie sets down her phone and watches me with a leisurely, unbothered look. I already drank it, you know. I set the cup down on the table with a look of distaste. It's not easy for the servants to clean up after me. I've heard she has a cleanliness obsession. Now that I've taken a sip, there's no way she'll touch it now. Sylvie suddenly asks me, does it taste good? I freeze for a beat. I quickly recover and stubbornly say, it's delicious. As long as it's good, that's what matters. With that, she picks up the cup, lines it up exactly where my lips just touched, and drinks the whole thing down in one go. I'm left utterly speechless. Mama Lu beside us looks like she's seen a ghost, completely stunned. Sylvie remarks coolly, the coffee's quite sweet today. I think to myself, baffled sweet? Where? Maybe her taste buds are broken. Mama Lu, on the other hand, catches the hidden meaning immediately. She thinks so that's why. No wonder Miss let an outsider move in so easily. So he's the one she set her heart on. Sylvie rises from her seat, a sly look crossing her face. I'm heading off to work now. If you want to go out, that's fine. Just remember to be home before 8 tonight. Something's off. My sister clearly said she has a cleanliness obsession. Maybe the intel was wrong. Seeing me lost in thought, Sylvie simply walks off. Sister Sylvie. Sylvie's footsteps pause. Her gaze drops to my hand gripping her arm. She thinks, oh my, Ethan is being quite forward today. I look at her with hopeful eyes and say, Sister Sylvie, take me to work with you. You're sure? I'm sure. I'm going to follow Sister Sylvie's lead in everything from now on. I've made up my mind. I'm going to stick to her like glue, never letting her out of my sight until she's utterly suffocated and sick of me. Sylvie readily agrees. Sure. Delight surges through me. I immediately follow her and climb into the Maybach. I text my sister, double-checking one more time. Sylvie apparently despises calculating men, and men who don't know their boundaries. I set my phone down and casually drape my arm over her shoulder. Sylvie's eyes fill with tenderness. Ethan, why so forward today? She rests her head naturally against my shoulder, and I freeze in place. What does she mean by this? Why is she leaning in even closer? Shouldn't she be pushing me away right now? I hesitate for a moment, then ask out loud, Sister Sylvie, you're not going to push me away? Sylvie lets out a soft laugh. Why would I push you away? My Ethan is so well behaved. My expression grows even more baffled. Since when did I become hers? Just as I try to pull my arm back, she slips her arm around my back and wraps it around my waist. I put on a face of pure despair. When is she ever going to let go of me? This is truly torturing me. Why did I even put my arm around her in the first place? I can't take this anymore. We stay locked in this awkward standstill until the driver finally saves me. Miss, we've arrived at the company. Only then does Sylvie let go of me. Ethan, you go ahead and get out first. I feel like I need a moment to compose myself. Holding Ethan felt far too pleasant. I can barely keep up my usual composed image. At that moment, her assistant Serena steps out of the elevator. Good morning, young Master Ethan. Allow me to take you upstairs. I glance back at Sylvie, still seated in the car, eyes closed, apparently resting. Why isn't she getting out? Serena seems to catch on to what I'm wondering and explains, Director Mo has some matters to attend to. Please come with me and wait upstairs. I silently think to myself, does that really look like someone attending to matters? Serena takes it upon herself to lead me straight to the CEO's office. She thinks, Director Mo has a secret crush on young Master Ethan. I'm one of the very few people who actually knows this, and I know so much more behind the scenes. Whenever Miss Olivia used to keep young Master Ethan close by, Director Mo always found some excuse to tag along, doing absolutely nothing herself, just secretly staring at him the whole time. Why are you always standing here bothering me? So annoying. A few days ago there was a gathering, and Director Mo tagged along there too. Some wealthy heiress tried to strike up a conversation with young Master Ethan, and Director Mo had her thrown right out. Honestly, the two of them are a perfect match. Serena cuts off her own train of thought and says, Young Master Ethan, please have a seat. Let me know if you'd like anything to eat. I'll have the secretary bring it up. No need. I walk over to the massive floor-to-ceiling window, gazing down at the view below. Wait, this isn't right. What am I even doing sitting here? Shouldn't I be sticking to Sylvie's side every second of the day? Assistant Shu, wait a moment. Serena stops and looks at me. Young Master Ethan, is there something else? I think I need to get a handle on Sylvie's schedule first. What is she doing next? Serena thinks it over for a moment, then decides to answer honestly. Her? You mean Director Mo? Director Mo has a meeting in 20 minutes. Which conference room? Take me to see it. Serena thinks to herself. Young Master Ethan must want to get to know Director Mo a little better. Without another word, Serena leads me straight to the conference room. Just as Sylvie comes up the stairs, Serena is waiting right by the elevator doors. Everyone's already gathered. Once you head over, the meeting can begin. Director Mo, you're running late. Sylvie speaks up first, asking about my whereabouts. Where's Ethan? He's in your office. Sylvie immediately turns to head toward the office, thinking, a meeting can never compare to seeing Ethan. Serena thinks to herself from behind, exasperated, what a lovesick fool. Determined to get her boss to actually attend the meeting, Serena thinks quickly and says, I noticed young Master Ethan looked a bit tired earlier. He's probably resting right now. Hearing that, Sylvie's steps come to an immediate halt. She hesitates for just a single second, then turns and heads toward the conference room instead. Then I won't disturb Ethan's rest for now. Serena breathes a quiet sigh of relief, thinking to herself, I really am a genius. I've got my boss completely figured out. Just as the meeting is in full swing, I push the door open without any warning at all. Facing the sudden weight of everyone's stares, I stroll in with a smile. You've all been in this meeting so long. You must be thirsty by now. Director Mo is treating everyone to drinks. A delivery guy pulls out cold drinks and hands them out to everyone seated in the room. Everyone stares at Sylvie, utterly stunned. Sylvie's expression stays languid and unbothered. She shoots me a sultry, half-lidded glance. I casually grab a cup of fruit tea and set it in front of her, trying to please her. Director Mo, it's gotten hot out. Have some fruit tea. Secretly, I'm thinking, hurry up and get mad, hurry up and yell at me. Then just kick me out already. Sylvie takes in my smug expression completely, then simply picks up the fruit tea and takes a sip, saying, This is pretty good. Everyone's expressions turn to pure horror. What? Director Mo isn't even angry and she's actually drinking it with a smile? After a round of silent eye contact, everyone, in perfect unspoken agreement, picks up their own drinks and starts sipping. In this heat, young Master Ethan has treated us all to drinks. Aren't you going to say something? Everyone speaks up in unison. Thank you for the milk tea, young Master Ethan. I frown slightly. This isn't going the way it's supposed to. Well, go ahead and continue your meeting. I won't interrupt any longer. With that, I quietly slip out of the conference room. Sylvie follows my earlier gaze and turns to look at this clueless group of executives, still sipping the drinks I bought them. Jealousy dripping from her voice, she asks, Does it taste good? Without hesitation, everyone launches into praise. So good, so good. Sylvie sweeps a cold gaze across the room, and everyone, reading the room instantly, switches their answer. Actually, it's not good. Sylvie's face darkens even more. Everyone falls silent, not daring to say another word. Drinking during a work meeting? This month's bonus, all docked. The room goes numb with resignation. Serena, standing nearby, confiscates every last milk tea on the spot. This is the very first gift Director Mo has ever received from young Master Ethan. And these people actually thought they'd get a taste too? Talk about a death wish. Everyone's hearts ache even more. No bonus, and now no drinks either. I head back to the office and plop myself down in Sylvie's leather chair. This woman really is unshakable. Not the slightest hint of panic. No wonder the Mo family has edged ahead of the Su family in business. My sister really can't compare to her. The moment her dream guy disappears, my sister goes chasing after him without a second thought. She's a total lovesick fool, no question about it. Right, does Sylvie have anyone she likes? The moment Sylvie steps out of the conference room, several people send her the exact same message. The young master of the Su family has been asking around, wondering if you have someone you fancy. She pushes the door open and walks in, to find me sitting in her chair, slumped over listlessly, my side profile etched with a sulky frown. After asking around the whole office, not a single person knows whether Sylvie has someone she likes. Could she really never fall for anyone at all? Seeing that I have no intention of getting up, she says with a sly look, Ethan, if you're sitting there, you'd better actually be working. Oh, please, take your seat. I bolt upright the instant I hear that, gesturing for her to sit with both hands. Sylvie sits down. Ethan, let's add each other on WeChat. I want to flatly refuse but don't dare to. Why? I ask instead. I'll transfer you the money for the drinks earlier. No need, it wasn't much money anyway. My sister may be a bit foolish, but she's actually great at making money. I never run short on cash. Sylvie's mind races. She's still determined to add me on WeChat. I'm your sister's arch rival. If you spend my money instead, she'd probably approve of that wholeheartedly. I look at her, mulling it over for a moment. Makes sense. After adding each other as friends, Sylvie immediately transfers me $520,000. Sister Sylvie, why did you send me $520,000? Because this particular amount carries a special meaning. No matter what method is used from now on, I could never ask for it back. So this number represents my sincerity. Though a little confused by all this, it still somehow makes sense to me. Sylvie edits my contact note to read, Silly little pup. The only man who's ever made her heart race. Ha! After all these years, I've finally gotten his contact information. After accepting the money, I suddenly lean over beside her and call out, Sister Sylvie. Sylvie turns her head. Do you have anyone you're romantically interested in? Sylvie turns the question right back on me. What about you, Ethan? Do you have someone you like? I complain, exasperated. It's not like you don't know about the whole Ivy situation. Why bring up the exact thing I don't want to talk about? Sylvie gazes quietly into my eyes and says seriously, Yes, I do. My eyes go wide in an instant. She actually does have a man she likes. Can you tell me who he is? No, I can't. Come on, Sister Sylvie, just tell me. Ethan, why do you want to know so badly? Do you happen to like me? Yeah, Sister Sylvie is my favorite person. Sylvie's expression turns sultry. Oh? Is that so? What kind of like do you mean? I freeze on the spot. Between us? Is it family affection? We have no blood ties between us at all. And romantic love, that's definitely off the table. I make a snap decision and decide to lie. If I said I had a secret crush on you, would you believe it? Sylvie freezes completely, asking, startled, You have a crush on me? Yeah, that's why I want to know who you like, Sister Sylvie, and what your standards are for a partner. Sylvie laughs softly and nods. I see. Pretty similar to you, actually. So if you wanted to pursue me, your odds of success would actually be quite high. This woman is clearly just messing with me. So what do you say? Want to pursue me? No way. My sister would definitely break my legs if I did that. Besides, I don't even like you. What is there to pursue? Hearing that, Sylvie instantly turns her head away. If you're not even going to pursue me, then there's no reason for me to tell you anything else. I glare at the back of her head, then turn and walk straight out. Sylvie calls out, asking where I'm headed. I don't even turn around as I answer. Bored. Going out. It's almost noon. Eat something before you leave. I purse my lips. No thanks. You eat by yourself. With a helpless sigh, Sylvie presses the intercom, arranging for a bodyguard to tail young Master Ethan. Serena responds respectfully. Understood. I'll arrange it right away. I meet up with Jaden for lunch. Jaden, help me out here. Come on, think of a way. How do I get my sister to change her mind about having Sylvie look after me? I'm about to lose it. This doesn't make sense. Didn't my sister say Sylvie was hard to approach? That anyone who crossed her ended up badly? Yet she never loses her temper with you at all. What do you mean she doesn't? Every time she glares at me, I'm scared out of my mind. She won't let me do this, won't let me do that. She's even more of a pain than my own sister. Hearing this, Jaden says, that actually matches the image I had of Sylvie in my head. Ugh, what am I supposed to do? You interrupted her meeting and she still didn't get angry. So what could possibly make her angry? That's exactly why I'm asking you to help me think of something. Jaden's mind starts turning. I've got plenty of ideas. You sure you can handle them? For instance, no woman can resist a handsome guy. How about this? We get her 10 handsome men. Are we actually going to do that? She'd kill me for sure. No breakthrough without breaking something first. If we're doing this, we go all in. We'll sneak some photos and send them to your sister. Once your sister sees she's not the person she thought, she'll naturally bring you back home. So, what do you think? I agonize over it for a moment, then slam my hand on the table. Let's do it. As night falls, Jaden and I, wearing masks and sunglasses, sneak into the club like a couple of thieves. The moment we enter the private room. Good evening, gentlemen. Jaden looks them over, nodding with satisfaction. Everyone was called in exactly as you requested. Jaden turns to glance at him and says, well done. Have them step out for now, and call in a few women too. Confused, I ask, why do we need women? Are you dumb? Just the two of us here is boring. Of course we're calling people over to play games together. Otherwise we'd just be sitting here doing nothing. I nod. Fair point. Jaden and I end up having a blast. We laugh so hard our faces practically ache. My phone keeps ringing non-stop, but it's drowned out by the pounding music in the room. The two women seated beside us stay busy too, cheering us on the entire time. Just as I'm about to sip juice offered by one of the women, I look up and see Sylvie standing right there. Get out! All of you, out! Startled, the manager scrambles, hurrying to usher all the women out. Even Jaden jumps up, trying to slip away. Sister Sylvie, why are you here? A cold smile spreads across Sylvie's lips. I never realized you knew how to have this much fun. Flirting away with a room full of women. No, that's not. What do you mean flirting with a room full of women? The silence that follows is deafening. Sylvie feels like she's drowning in jealousy. Having a great time with all these women, are you? Hey, yeah, having a blast. These ladies really know how to make a guy feel good. Sylvie grits her teeth, my name hissing through her clenched jaw. Ethan, you like them that much? I'm not exactly playing myself, you know. Ethan, why won't you play with me instead? Sylvie screams silently in her own head. I can sense Sylvie is right on the verge of falling apart. Plain considerate, I offer. Sister Sylvie, how about I call a couple of them back to keep you company? Ethan, what is wrong with you? She looks at me, wounded. Are you trying to make me furious today? What did I even do? If not, I'll call over a few handsome guys to keep you company instead. What did you just say? The guys are already on standby, ready to play with you whenever you like. A flicker of surprise flashes through Sylvie's eyes. You two were actually just playing games? I blink at her, puzzled. What else would we be doing? Sylvie snaps sharply. Then why was that woman feeding you a drink? I think back for a moment and say, am I not allowed to drink juice when I'm thirsty? Sylvie stares into my clear, innocent eyes and flustered with anger says, you came to a place like this to play games and drink juice. Is that not allowed? I ask. No, it's not. If you come here again, I'll discipline you myself on your sister's behalf. We agreed on an 8 o'clock curfew. Look at what time it is right now. I sneak a glance at my watch. 9 o'clock. Sylvie lets out a light laugh. So you did know what time it was after all. I'm not going home, so there. Hearing this, Sylvie, seething, hauls me to my feet and marches me straight out of the room. Just as I try to break free, her sultry voice cuts in. I wouldn't mind having someone carry you home over their shoulder. Evil woman. The most evil woman alive. Just as we step out of the private room, tonight's bill hasn't been settled yet. And also, the 10 handsome men you requested are ready to be taken away whenever. Sylvie releases her grip on my wrist, her gaze flicking between the two of us. 10 handsome men? I nod and reply, yeah, I'm very considerate, you know. I hired 10 handsome guys to keep you company for games. Sylvie's red lips part slightly. You hired them for me? Yeah, and they're all really good looking too. Sylvie instantly catches on to what I'm really up to, reading the scheming written plainly across my face. She decides to save me some face in front of others and orders those men to get as far away as possible, immediately. As for the bill, put it on my tab. Understood. Sylvie grabs my hand again and continues walking. Your sister's only been gone a few days, and you're already this out of line? Do you really think I can't put you in your place? Hiring men to come after me, no less? You've really got some nerve. I don't back down one bit and say, if you dare lecture me, I'll go straight to my sister to complain. Meanwhile, Jaden crouches by the door, worried for my safety. But seeing me being led along so obediently, he stares in shock. No way. What is even happening right now? He immediately pulls out his phone and snaps a couple of sneaky photos, admiring them for a moment afterward. I have to say, these two actually look pretty good together. Sylvie's figure is absolutely stunning. I follow Sylvie and climb into her Maybach. Sylvie speaks up. If you want to go home, that's fine. But your sister will have to come pick you up herself. The car doors lock. She pulls out her phone and calls Olivia. Your brother won't come home. He hired 10 women to keep him company for games. There's a beat of silence on the other end, followed instantly by a torrent of scolding. I cover my ears, trying to block it out. Sylvie deliberately holds the phone right up to my ear. I shoot her a vicious glare, then muster the nerve to snatch the phone right out of her hand and hang up on the spot. A grown man like you, still tattling on me? You know what? I really hate people who go running to tattle like that. How dare you pinch my cheek, she says, while I think to myself she's still not angry even after that. You're the one who called my sister to complain first. Our eyes lock. I look away a little guilty, trying to put some distance between us. Not coming home this late, huh? Ready to face your punishment? I turn back to look at her in disbelief. You're actually going to punish me? Sylvie flashes a sly smile. Since you love going to clubs and playing games with women so much, your punishment is going home and playing games with me instead. She looks at my slightly irritated expression, then leans in and wraps her arm around my waist. Hey, stop taking advantage of me. And what if I do? I look at the woman leaning against me and decide to think of a way out. So I put on my most pitiful voice and say, Sister Sylvie, I've never once been punished in my whole life. Could you please let me off the hook? Then behave yourself from now on and I won't punish you. I nod at once, all compliance. I'll be good, Sister Sylvie. You'd better keep your word. I will. Her agreement comes out sweet and coquettish, and my heart seems to skip half a beat. The air in the car suddenly feels charged. Sister Sylvie, could you let go of me first? Only then does Sylvie release me reluctantly, ruffling my hair as she does. I have to be honest, Sister Sylvie is exactly my type in every way. Back at the Mo mansion, I hurry straight to my room, pull out my phone, and find a pile of unread messages. Most of them are from Sylvie. She sent me dozens of voice messages in a row, her tone shifting from gentle at first to increasingly icy. Once I catch you, you're getting a serious lecture. Hearing that, I shake my head, then open the photo Jaden sent me. It's the one he secretly snapped earlier. Bro, what's going on here? You two holding hands, that's such a perfect match. I quickly send a voice message back. Randomly playing matchmaker will only get you in trouble. It's absolutely nothing like what you're imagining. It's obvious she couldn't wait to lecture me. He calls me right back immediately. What's going on? What do you mean, what's going on? Nothing's going on. I bet Miss Mo definitely has feelings for you. When have you ever seen another man by her side, let alone holding hands with one? That's ridiculous. How many times have you even met her? I don't care. I'm going to set you two up no matter what. Ugh, you'd have better luck setting me up with Sister Mia instead. If you actually have your eye on my sister, you must be blind. Is that any way to talk about your own sister? You've said plenty of bad things about your sister too. I'll bet 5 bags of spicy snacks that Miss Mo genuinely has feelings for you. Not betting, not interested. Sounds like you're just scared. Have you noticed her feelings for you too? These people these days always stirring up all this ridiculous romantic nonsense. Absolutely baffling. Soon the phone rings again. I answer resigned, and Jaden's excited voice comes through the speaker. Hey Ethan, how about we bet a Maserati on it? Are you insane? Go dream about it instead. It feels way easier to get one that way. It's only a bit over 10 million, you in or not? Fine, deal. If you insist on delivering money to my doorstep, I'd be foolish to refuse. And just like that, the bet is sealed between 2 men, each scheming their own agenda. The moment I finish washing up and sit down on my bed, a knock sounds at the door. Come in, I say. Sylvie pushes the door open and steps inside. I realize it isn't a servant at the door, and freeze for a beat. Sister Sylvie, do you need something? A brand sent me a men's watch today. It's no use to me, so I'll give it to you to wear. Thank you, Sister Sylvie. I notice she says nothing more, just standing there, watching me. On a sudden impulse, I ask, Sister Sylvie, do you like me? I do. I don't mean the kind of liking between siblings. I mean the kind between a man and a woman. Why the sudden question? I made a bet with Jaden. He insists you have feelings for me. But I remember you saying you already have someone you like. Sylvie thinks to herself, that kid Jaden figured it out awfully fast. And to think the two of them are actually betting on this. What exactly are you two betting on? A brand new Maserati. Jaden says it's worth over 10 million. Haha, just the thought of it makes me happy. The newest model, parked right in my garage. Ha ha ha, I'd be over the moon about that. Sylvie thinks, these two really went all in on this bet. A sudden idea strikes me. Sister Sylvie, take my phone and send Jaden a voice message. How about we split the cost of the car 50-50? I'm not short on money. How about a 70-30 split instead? 70 for you, 30 for me. What do you mean 70-30? I'd end up paying out 10 million myself. Never mind. I don't like sending voice messages to other men. Why is this woman being so difficult about this? That's 10 million we're talking about, not just 1,000. Stop playing the aloof card, claiming she doesn't like sending voice messages to other men. That's clearly a lie. Just a few hours ago she sent me a whole stack of voice messages herself. You're perfectly happy to pocket 10 million from my sister, but you turn your nose up at 10 million from the Yun family? Total double standard. Alright, be good, Ethan. Just tell me, which bank is your card with? Confused, I turn my head, when a warm, soft touch brushes across my face. My mind goes completely blank in an instant. Sylvie casually takes my phone from my hand. Weren't we splitting it 50-50? I'll transfer the money to you. Still dazed, I follow along with her instructions. Before long, 5,200,000 lands in my bank account. She's even more generous than my own sister. Oh no, now that I've taken her money, I really don't have much ground to stand on anymore. Why did you transfer me so much? Sylvie sets the phone down and says, money doesn't matter. Ethan's happiness is what matters most. Sister Sylvie, it's getting late. You should head back and get some rest. Sylvie lowers her eyes, hiding the emotions swirling within them. Then, Ethan, good night. Watching her slender figure walk away, I fall into thought, but nothing quite adds up. I give up trying to figure it out. Instead, I send Jaden a message. Let's hang out tomorrow. The next day, Sylvie heads to work in a noticeably good mood. Serena knows exactly why. It must mean something new has happened between her and young Master Ethan. Before long, word spreads that Sylvie's love life is finally moving forward. It quickly reaches the ears of Bella Shen. She immediately shares the news with her friends in the group chat, determined to rally everyone in for the drama. She sends Sylvie a message. Didn't the young master have a rock he liked last time? I got it for you. Come to my party tonight. I'm not coming. Just have someone drop the rock off. Why won't you come? A rock this precious, I wouldn't dare hand it off to just anyone. Not interested? Reading the reply, Bella lights up with amusement. Fine, forget the party. Just us girls hanging out. Are you coming? If you don't show up, I'm feeding this rock to my dog. Nikki Goo, nearby, catches on instantly, pulling out her phone to snap a photo. The very next second, the club's door bursts open. Bella jumps, startled, her hand jerking, the rock nearly slipping right into the dog's mouth. She scrambles to her feet, quietly tucking the rock safely into a sandalwood box. We're already halfway through drinking and you finally show up. Sylvie completely ignores the teasing. For once, she doesn't fire back. She walks over and picks up the sandalwood box from the table, opening it to check inside before she finally relaxes. Bella leans in close, her face nearly pressed right up against Sylvie's. Look at you, all love-struck like this. Truly deeply smitten. Sylvie doesn't bother responding, instead turning to look at Mia and asking, why is she here? Nikki and Bella both shake their heads. Mia is a friend of my sister Olivia's, so she really shouldn't have any reason to show up at this particular gathering. At that moment, Claire Fu speaks up. She came with me. Says she has something to discuss with you. Mia sits down right beside Sylvie and says, my brother wants you to watch a video. Sylvie glances at her phone. The video shows me. The moment I step out of the luxury car, several women swarm me, eager to add me on WeChat. Sylvie's brows knit together. She thinks, these women are honestly such an eyesore. I really want to just hide Ethan away somewhere safe. Mia, desperate for an answer, presses on. My brother made a bet with Ethan. So do you actually like Ethan or not? It's over 10 million on the line. That's no small amount. The other three women watch with open amusement, barely holding back their smiles. Sylvie's lips curl upward. Is that really all you came to ask? Yeah, why else would I come? The exit's to your left. What a heartless woman. Mia gets up and leans in close to Claire's ear, asking quietly, so does she actually like him or not? Claire just spreads her hands. What do you think? Mia has no choice but to give up and walk away empty-handed. Jaden's going to call me a hopeless sister again for this. The moment Mia leaves, the others start teasing Sylvie all over again. I heard Olivia went abroad and left her brother in your care. What was she even thinking? Isn't that basically feeding a lamb to the wolf? First come, first served, right? You'd better move fast. He's already living right under your roof. You should strike while the iron's hot. Sylvie shoots her a sidelong glance, too indifferent to bother responding. Bella chimes in bluntly. Aren't you afraid Olivia will hold a knife to your throat over this? I just mean, you know, hugging and kissing and all that. Why do you always assume the worst of me? The three of them jump in one after another, offering Sylvie advice, urging her to win her brother's heart while Olivia is still abroad. Back at the Mo mansion, a voice call suddenly pops up on my phone. There's no saved contact name. For a moment, I can't place who it might be. I let it go unanswered. A moment later, the phone rings again. Confused, I pick up, but before I can even say a word, a woman's voice comes through. Young Master Ethan? I'm a friend of Sylvie's. Sylvie is drunk. Could you come pick her up? I'll send you the address. With that, Bella hangs up quickly. Back at the club, Nikki watches Bella's little stunt, shaking her head. Bella, you're actually ridiculous. Ethan doesn't even like Sylvie. There's no way he'll show up. Hearing this, Sylvie takes a big swig of her drink, using it to mask the disappointment welling up inside her. Bella pokes Nikki and says, if you don't get it, just don't talk. 10 minutes later, the family driver calls in and says, Miss, I'm on my way to the club. See? I told you something was up. Now's the time to take the initiative. Sooner or later, he'll fall completely under your spell. Sylvie is already comforting herself. That's right, Ethan wouldn't come all this way to pick me up unless he had feelings for me. I get out of the car in front of the club, thoroughly exasperated. Is she supposed to be taking care of me, Or is it the other way around at this point? I did just accept her money, so it would have felt wrong not to come. This is exactly why I keep telling myself not to casually accept things from people. I find the designated room, push the door open, and step inside, only to find a few women sitting there drinking. All of them turn to look at me in perfect unison. I hurry over towards Sylvie, my eyes catching on an empty whiskey bottle on the table. "Sister Sylvie, why have you had so much to drink?" Bella whispers something to Claire beside her, mimicking my tone teasingly. Sister Sylvie, hazy with drink, fixes her almond eyes on me without wavering. "Ethan, you're here, hug me." I freeze for a moment, drawn in by this side of her I've never seen before. I let her wrap her arms around my waist, her head nuzzling against my chest. The three women behind us freeze in place, stunned. Claire mutters under her breath, exasperated, "I thought we were the ones holding her back in there. Turns out she just went ahead and faked being drunk." I glance down at her long, wavy hair, feeling completely at a loss. I don't even know where to put my hands. Just then, I notice her body starting to slip downward. "Sister Sylvie, sit up straight." She doesn't listen to me at all. I have no choice but to reach out and steady her, glancing sideways at the three women enjoying the show and saying, "You could at least lend a hand here." The three of them immediately play dumb. "We barely know her. We're just from the table next door. She won't let us touch her when she's drunk. She'll hit us if we so much as touch her. There's nothing we can do to help." Claire doesn't even bother speaking up. My hand accidentally brushes against Sylvie's burning hot earlobe, and I think to myself, exasperated, what kind of friends does Sister Sylvie even keep? Sylvie shifts uncomfortably, her hand, resting on the small of my back, waving dismissively at the three of them. The three of them catch on instantly, rising to their feet in unison. "So, we've actually got something to take care of. We'll head out first. Sylvie's all yours now, haha." Hey, no, don't go. What am I supposed to do if you leave?" I watch them, utterly speechless. They slip out quickly, shutting the door behind them without a shred of mercy. I look down at the woman clinging to my waist. "Sister Sylvie, wake up." She doesn't react at all. Left with no choice, I lift her upright first, guiding her arms around my neck to help her stand. Her head rests against my shoulder. I can clearly feel her breath, warm and heavy with alcohol. For a moment, I feel like I've gotten drunk myself. "My Ethan came to pick me up," she murmurs. My face grows hotter by the second. I scoop her up into my arms, Princess Carrie style, quietly relieved, grateful for all that exercise I've kept up. Otherwise there's no way I could have carried her. Sylvie's arms tighten around my neck. She turns her head aside, hiding a smile she can't hold back. And just like that, I carry her out through the club's front door. The waiting driver moves to help, but freezes on the spot under his own boss's icy glare. He quickly changes course, flustered, and hurries to open the car door instead. I carry Sylvie into the car, muttering under my breath, "I've never even carried my own sister like this." I reach to close the door, then suddenly realize, if there's ever a moment to make a run for it, it's now. Just as I'm about to peel her arms off my neck and bolt, the woman beside me opens her eyes, her voice impossibly soft. "Going somewhere?" I freeze, thoroughly caught. I'm hungry. I was going to grab something to eat. Food out there isn't clean. Let's go home and have the kitchen make you something." "Oh, alright, let's head home then." Sylvie leans against my shoulder and sets the sandalwood box down on my lap. I'm immediately drawn to it, and when I open it up, all my earlier frustration vanishes instantly. "Sister Sylvie, is this for me?" Sylvie hums softly in confirmation. I quickly thank her, polite and sincere. "Thank you, Sister Sylvie. I really love it. I missed out on this ink black crystal last time, and it's been bothering me for ages. Somehow, after all that, this crystal still ended up being mine. As long as you like it. If Ethan likes what I give him today, maybe tomorrow he'll come to like me too." Hearing Sylvie's calm, perfectly sober-sounding voice, I stare at her in disbelief. "Sister Sylvie, have you sobered up?" Hearing that, Sylvie instantly snaps back into her act. "I'm still a little dizzy. Can I lie down for a bit?" "Sure, go ahead and rest." Sylvie's whole body relaxes, letting the alcohol serve as her excuse to close her eyes and rest. I'm still admiring the stone in the box, absolutely gorgeous. Now I can finally get started on that custom handmade necklace I've been planning. Just then, the woman resting on my lap shifts slightly. I glance down and, without quite meaning to, reach out and touch her cheek. Wait, what am I doing? Back at the MO mansion, with Sylvie still fast asleep, I wave off everyone's offer to help, carefully supporting her as I help her out of the car, then slowly walk her back to her bedroom. "Sister Sylvie, we're here, you can let go now." Sylvie keeps her eyes shut tight. I stare at her flushed cheeks, completely at a loss for what to do. Just then someone knocks at the door. "Come in," I say quickly, ushering them in. Seeing the two of us tangled together like this, Mama Lou, carrying a bowl of hangover soup, quickly turns her back. "Wait, Mama Lou, don't leave. Come help me, quick." Hearing this, Mama Lou has no choice but to set the soup down on the nightstand. "Young Master Ethan, please could you feed this soup to Miss yourself?" "Mama Lou, don't go. At least get your miss to let go of me first." At that, Mama Lou hesitates for a moment, until she catches Sylvie cracking an eye open and shooting her a look. She understands at once. Miss is faking being drunk. Mama Lou says, "Young Master Ethan, what do you think of our Miss's looks?" The sudden question catches me completely off guard. "She's very pretty, isn't she?" "I think so too, honestly. Look at this nose. Look at these lips. Doesn't it move you at all? Not even a single thought crossing your mind?" I follow her gaze down to Sylvie beneath me and swallow hard. I wouldn't dare. If my sister found out, she'd kill me. You don't say anything, I don't say anything. How would your sister ever find out? Just remember to feed her the soup, okay? With that, she immediately slips out, thoughtfully pulling the door shut behind her. Is this even right? Turns out the housekeeper really does take after the mistress. Both of them completely out of their minds. I poke her shoulder with a mischievous grin. Sylvie, if you don't let go of me, I might just do something inappropriate. Sylvie still doesn't budge, thinking, I don't believe for a second Ethan would actually do anything. I know him well enough, though if he did mean it, I certainly wouldn't mind. Watching her stay completely unmoved, I fall into thought, wondering what on earth to do now. I've never dealt with a situation like this before. Maybe I should call my sister and ask. Just as I reach for my phone, the woman in my arms murmurs, "It's hot." With that, she releases her grip and starts to tug at her clothes. Flustered, I quickly grab the blanket and pull it over her, catching her restless hands. Sister Sylvie, stop moving around. I'll get the hangover soup for you. Whether or not she actually heard me, she settles down. This obedient, docile side of her looks nothing like her usual self. I pick up the soup from the nightstand and test the temperature, finding it's no longer too hot. I scoop up a spoonful and bring it to her lips. Sylvie's red lips part slightly, swallowing the soup down. She even licks the corner of her mouth lightly. My heart instantly skips into overdrive. The moment I finish feeding her the soup, I flee her bedroom as fast as I can, terrified of doing something I might regret. I never notice the woman behind me open her eyes. Sylvie glances at the security camera tucked in the corner. I have to save this footage. I'll watch it frame by frame later. Ethan really is so thoughtful. I sleep deeply that whole night. In my dreams, Sylvie's two faces leave me completely lost. When I wake in the morning, I stay dazed for a long while, unable to shake it off. At breakfast, I don't even dare to meet Sylvie's eyes. As the meal is wrapping up, Sylvie speaks up gently. Come with me to the mall to buy some clothes later. It seems the outfit I wore last night got torn somehow. Wait, that's not right. Didn't my sister say all their clothes are custom made, with each brand's seasonal new arrivals delivered directly to the house? Why would she need to go shopping herself? I'm curious to see just what this woman is really up to. Sure, I'll cover the bill this time. I've been taking your money the past few days and I've been racking my brain over what to buy you in return. The two of us head to the mall and wander into a random women's clothing store. I eye a rack of Lolita-style dresses, and my playful side kicks into gear. I pick out a relatively simple piece, grab her wrist and say, Sister Sylvie, this would definitely look great on you. Want to try it on? Sylvie eyes the outfit, something she's never worn before, and asks, Really? Ethan wants to see me in this? Really, Sister Sylvie, you'll look absolutely stunning in it. You'll turn every head in the room. She thinks it over for a moment, then takes the dress and heads into the fitting room. I sit there snickering to myself. I can already picture how ridiculous this is about to look. The moment she comes out, I'm sneaking a few unflattering photos. I can barely wait. Outside the store, a friend of Ivy's spots me from a distance. She quickly tugs at Ivy's sleeve. Ivy, isn't that Ethan over there? Hearing this, Ivy immediately looks over, and once she confirms it's really me, she instinctively rushes toward me. Just then, the man beside her grabs her arm and asks, Ivy, where are you going? She pulls her hand free from his grip and hurries toward me. I hear the commotion and turn to look. Ivy, what terrible timing. Of all places, I run into her here. Ivy walks up, reaching to hug me, and I'm just about to step back when someone links their arm through mine. Sylvie's distinct fragrance fills my nose. Touch him and see what happens. Ivy watches us standing there so intimately, jealousy flaring up inside her. Ethan, is she your girlfriend? We were never even officially together, and it's only been a few days, and now you've already got someone new? What business is that of yours? Ethan, what happened last time really was a misunderstanding. I really do like you. I saw the two of you together with my own eyes. Absolutely disgusting. Hearing this, Ivy lowers her eyes and says, Ethan, we've known each other for so long. You should know what kind of person I am. I've never been ambiguous with anyone else. I really did think that was you at the time. Just then, the man who'd been with Ivy walks over and stands beside her. This is my cousin, Cheng Feng Nan. You seem to have quite a lot of cousins and brothers. Ethan, it's not what you think between us. No need to explain anything to me. It's none of my business. Can't you see I already have someone right here beside me? From now on, let's just be strangers. Ethan, I chased after you for 3 months and you never gave in, and it's only been a few days and someone else already gets to walk around parading their arms around you? We didn't just hug. We kissed too. So what? I'll be with whoever I want to be with. Hug whoever I want to hug. Kiss whoever I want to kiss. Sylvie reaches up and touches the spot I supposedly kissed earlier, as if my touch still lingers there. Ivy's hands clench into her own clothing, clearly seething at the display. I watch Ivy's expression and reaction, feeling deeply satisfied. Finally, some payback. I look at her with an air of pure triumph when the next second my hand is grabbed and my body spins around. My face fills with shock. I stare dumbstruck at the sultry smile spreading across her face. Sylvie gives my hand a light squeeze. Ethan, you kissed the wrong spot earlier. With that, she leans in and kisses me. I freeze completely, staring at her with a blank, stunned expression. Sylvie pulls back after just a brief moment, wrapping her arms around mine and looks at the still persistent Ivy with a cool, distant gaze. Are you two not leaving yet? You won't be invited to our wedding. Ivy's heart shatters completely. Cheng Feng beside her pulls Ivy away. Ivy, let's go. Let's not get in the way of their romance. The scene quickly settles into silence. Sylvie lifts her gaze to meet mine and says, Ethan. I finally snap back to my senses and shove her away without hesitation. I'm bristling like an angry little pup. How dare you kiss me? What do you think you are? The shove sends Sylvie stumbling backwards slightly. She swallows a flash of irritation, lifting her gaze to meet mine. You kissed me first. So what? You should count yourself lucky I kissed you, but you kissing me is completely off the table. No wonder Olivia raised such a pampered young master. Sylvie steps forward and grabs my hand. Ethan, I'm sorry, okay? I overstepped. I thought you wanted to kiss me, but you seemed too embarrassed with so many people around. So I just went ahead and kissed you myself. I get even angrier. That was my first kiss. Heh, so Ethan's first kiss belongs to me now. Fine. Whatever you want is fine. Just don't be angry anymore. My expression does a complete 180 the moment I hear that. Then you have to do what I say. No matter what happens, you're not allowed to tell my sister. Fine, I'll do whatever you say. Heh. Holding on to Ethan feels so nice. Sylvie slowly lets go of me. Ethan, what do you think of this dress? She says it with a full spin, showing off from every angle. I take one look and quickly clap a hand over my mouth. It looks good, really pretty. It's just definitely not her style at all. Sister Sylvie, you should wear this to work. To work? Sylvie glances down at what she's wearing. That doesn't seem quite right for the office. But of course I have to listen to my husband's wishes. I'll wear it tomorrow then. Sister Sylvie, let me take a few photos of you. As a little keepsake. What I actually want is embarrassing photos. Sylvie isn't particularly fond of having her photo taken, but of course she'd never refuse a request from me. I snap away rapid fire with absolutely no rhyme or reason to it. All in the hopes of catching something unflattering. Sister Sylvie, give me a smile, I say. There we go. Before long, 50 photos in a row are done. I open up the gallery, ready to enjoy the ridiculous photos I'm sure I've captured. But instead, I find she's simply too beautiful. Not a single unflattering shot in the bunch. Several of them show her gazing at me with a shy, tender expression, which, paired with the Lolita dress, somehow gives her an unexpectedly sweet, adorable quality. It's true what they say, someone beautiful enough could wear a burlap sack and still look stunning. Sylvie leans in close, and I let out a couple of awkward laughs. She changes back into her own clothes and hands the Lolita dress to the store clerk. I follow the clerk to the register to pay. Sylvie doesn't stop me from paying, just turns and wanders off toward the men's section instead. Once I've finished paying, I grab the shopping bag and turn to leave, only to find she's nowhere in sight. Did she just ditch me and walk off? The clerk gently reminds me, Sir, your girlfriend is over in the men's section. I shoot her a sideways glance, thinking, this clerk has zero sense at all. Girlfriend? She's absolutely not my girlfriend. I hurry over and find her holding up a shirt, in the exact same color palette as the dress I picked out for her. The moment I approach, she holds the shirt up against me, measuring it. I glance at her. What are you doing? Sylvie's lips curl up slightly. Buying you clothes. Ethan bought me a dress, so I'm buying you a shirt in return. Both pieces in the same color. That way we'll match like a couple's outfit. No need, I don't want it. Ethan, it's only fair. You bought me something, so I should get you something in return. Really, no need. You've already given me plenty. I've only been staying here a few days, and she's already transferred me money, given me a watch, given me a gemstone, and now she wants to buy me clothes too. She's giving me gifts faster than my own parents ever did. Does she just have too much money to spend or something? Sylvie hands the shirt to the sales assistant, pulls out her phone and gets her payment code ready. Sister Sylvie, do you really have that much money? Sylvie looks at me with a happy expression and says, your sister told me to take good care of you. Since I agreed to that, I have to actually follow through. I'm happy to spend money on you. It's fine, handsome. Couples exchanging gifts is completely normal. She clearly loves you so much. If you refuse this, your girlfriend is going to be upset. Wait, what makes you think she and I are— Before I can finish, the assistant quickly takes Sylvie's phone. Alright then, Ethan. See if there's anything else you like. Not far away, 3 women watch the whole scene unfold. Ivy, maybe you should just let it go. Young Master Su was never going to be easy to win over anyway. Every time I saw him, he looked so proud and untamable. That's only because Ethan and I aren't officially together yet. Last time, it must have been because I missed him so much that I mistook Ryan for Ethan. Otherwise, we definitely have ended up together. I refuse to just hand Ethan over to someone else without a fight. Once the payment is finished, I check a message from my buddy on my phone and ask, Sister Sylvie, shouldn't you be heading to the office by now? Sylvie glances at the time. 11:30. Time for lunch. No rush. I've already booked a restaurant. We're eating out today, but I already made plans with a friend. At that, the softness in Sylvie's expression fades. After a long pause, she speaks up, a hint of hurt in her voice. You weren't planning to bring me along? I gently try to decline. It's just, you two don't even know each other. It'd be pretty awkward. That's fine, I don't mind at all. Listening to her shameless persistence, I reluctantly give up on my plans with my buddy and follow her to the upscale Western restaurant she's booked. Stepping into the lobby, I glance around, and to my horror, several people I know are sitting right there. What are the odds? Mortified, I use the shopping bag in my hand to hide my face. Help! What's wrong, Ethan? I shake my head, signaling that it's nothing. Right after, I spot yet another familiar face. I turn and bolt without a moment's hesitation. Sylvie immediately chases after me. I hurry all the way outside the restaurant, and only then do I lower the shopping bag from my face. Haha, Sister Sylvie, I'm not really in the mood for Western food. Let's go somewhere else. She respects my wishes. Okay, we switch to a Chinese restaurant instead. After ordering, the dishes arrive one after another. She picks up a shrimp with her chopsticks and drops it into my bowl, keeping up an easy, casual conversation. I remember that Western restaurant used to be your favorite. As she speaks, she picks up a napkin and wipes my mouth. Feeling her touch, my fingers, reaching for a napkin of my own, curls slightly. The way I look at her is no longer entirely innocent. Eat slowly, she says. Careful, it's hot. My mind goes completely blank. Something is off. Her behavior is deeply off. This isn't how a simple sister-brother relationship should look at all. What is she really after? Could she be trying to seduce me, make me fall for her, only to cruelly dump me afterward as a way of getting revenge on the SU family? Yes, that has to be the only explanation. I slam my chopsticks down hard on the table. What's wrong? Sylvie asks, thoroughly confused. I rise without a word, shoot her one fierce glare, and turn to walk away. Sylvie is left standing there, utterly bewildered, with no idea what just happened. By the time she snaps out of it and chases after me to the door, I'm already long gone. Did he really just vanish into thin air like that? She calls me, but I block her instantly. My hands move faster than ever. Sylvie dials a number she's never once used before. Ethan, what's wrong? I don't know what I did to upset you. I'm sorry. Please don't just wander off on your own like this. I frown slightly. What's with this tone from Sylvie? I don't want to eat anymore. I'm heading back to the Mo mansion. I'm not wandering off aimlessly. The moment I step out of the taxi, her Maybach pulls up smoothly right behind. Seeing her, I instinctively try to dodge away, but that seems to strike a nerve in Sylvie. She steps forward and grabs my arm firmly. What is going on with you? We were having a perfectly fine meal. Why did you run off? Nothing. I just suddenly didn't want to eat anymore. You're not listening to me. I'm calling your sister right now. Sylvie, how can you go back on your word like this? Sylvie's gaze turns cold. Trying to run off again, are you? I've already seen right through you. Ethan, your sister isn't home. I have to keep you in line. I raise a finger and shout angrily. Don't push me to trash this whole house. Go right ahead, trash away. The bill will end up right on your sister's desk in no time. I'm bursting with frustration, but in Sylvie's eyes, I look exactly like an angry, ruffled little pup. Watching her stay so infuriatingly calm, I furiously reach up, hook my arm around her shoulder, and blow a puff of air right into her ear. Ah, that tickles. Her voice comes out sweet and sultry. I grin mischievously. Sister Sylvie, do you have some other agenda when it comes to me? Sylvie's body jolts slightly. If you don't answer, I'll take that as a yes. In truth, she desperately wants to tell me she likes me, but she doesn't dare, terrified it might scare me off for good. Sister Sylvie, do you think I'm handsome? Ethan is the most handsome. So does Sister Sylvie like me or not? Without a moment's hesitation, Sylvie says, I do. Since you like me, can you please stop tattling to my sister all the time? The woman answers plainly and directly. No. I immediately let go of her. Not playing along anymore. I turn and head upstairs, expression completely flat. Sylvie watches my retreating figure, her fingers drifting to her chest. My heart is racing so fast. I head back to my room and take out my frustration on a pillow. Ugh. Sister Sylvie is a complete liar, going back on her word like that. And infuriatingly, there's nothing I can do about it. I slump onto the edge of the bed, my thoughts a complete mess. Jaden thinks Sylvie likes me, but something about all this still feels off to me. She's my sister's arch-rival. Why would she suddenly be this good to me? Taking me in, spending money to please me. What kind of arch-rival is ever this kind-hearted? Just as I'm lost in these thoughts, a soft knock sounds at the door. Ethan, open the door. It's Sylvie's voice, her tone giving nothing away, none of the usual warmth or playfulness in it. I grit my teeth and pretend not to hear. I don't feel like dealing with her anyway. Serves her right, always having me wrapped around her finger. The knocking stops. I assume she's given up and left, and just as I let out a sigh of relief, the door clicks open. She actually has a key to my room. I snap my head up to look at her. Why are you coming in here? Get out. Sylvie shuts the door behind her without a word, walking toward me slowly in her heels. Her eyes are far colder than usual, with not a trace of warmth in them. Still upset, I see. Her tone is flat and even, giving away no hint of any emotion. I turn my face away and answer coldly, none of your business. She doesn't react with any anger to my words. Instead, she sits down on the carpet right in front of me, tilting her head up to look at me. Something about this position makes me strangely uncomfortable. I'm at a loss for what to do, and just as I try to look away, I hear her ask quietly, Ethan, have you assumed all this time that my kindness toward you means I like you? My heart lurches. I never thought that, I protest instantly. I never did. Even as the words leave my mouth, my ears betray me, quietly burning hot. Is that so? Sylvie lets out a soft laugh, one that carries no warmth at all. But I can tell you've long since gotten used to my kindness, and you've even started to depend on me a little. Isn't that right? Her words strike right at the most hidden corner of my heart. I have no choice but to admit it. These past days at the Mo estate, she's taken care of every single detail of my life. I've grown used to her constant fussing, used to her favoritism, even used to having her scent around me, used to having her be a part of my life. But it's a feeling I've never wanted to admit to. What nonsense are you talking about? I'm just staying here temporarily. The moment my sister gets back, I'm leaving right away. I stiffen my neck defiantly, though my voice doesn't come out nearly as firm as I intend. Sylvie watches me, her gaze growing colder by the second. Ethan, you can't leave. From the very moment you stepped into the Mo estate, there was no escape for you. An unexplainable panic surges through me. What do you mean by that? She doesn't answer right away, instead lifting her hand and letting her fingertips trace lightly across my cheek. Her fingertips are cold, and the moment they touch my skin, I flinch violently, trying to pull away, but she gently holds my chin in place, leaving me unable to move. We're impossibly close. Looking into her eyes for the first time, I notice that beneath those eyes, always so gentle and full of warmth, lies a hatred and obsession so thick it seems impossible to ever dissolve. The gentleness she once showed is gone entirely, with not a shred of affection left. That look in her eyes isn't the one you give someone you love. It's the look you give prey you're determined to catch, one already almost within your grasp. What does that mean? She says coldly. It means that all these past days, my kindness toward you was never about liking you, let alone love. You, as a person, were never what I actually wanted. What are you saying? The SU family owes me a debt, one I've been owed for a full 10 years. 10 years ago, your SU family destroyed the person I cared about most. You owe me a life. You destroyed everything I had 10 years ago. A life. My sister has never once mentioned any of this to me, and the SU family has always thrived without a hitch. How could we possibly owe her a life? I have no idea what you're talking about. My sister has never told me any of this. Of course you don't know. Your sister dotes on you so much, why would she ever tell you? Back then, for the sake of the SU family's interests, how many filthy things did your family do? How could she ever tell you that? How could she drag you into something so filthy and ugly? Every bit of your family's success was built by stepping over the corpse of someone I loved. Her words come sharp and merciless, each one a blade driving deep into my chest. I stare at her, stunned into silence, not yet able to fully process what I'm hearing. I can hardly believe that this woman, who's shown me nothing but gentleness, has been harboring hatred this deep inside her all along. So you got close to me, took me in, treated me well, was all of it fake? She releases my chin, rises to her feet, and looks down at me with a cold, indifferent gaze. It was fake. And it wasn't fake. Though of course I never expected your sister would deliver you right to my doorstep herself. So all that gentleness, all that favoritism, all that indulgence, every bit of it was fake. It was never love at all. It was hatred. Hatred for the Yasu family. Hatred for me. I'd been living all this time inside an illusion of tenderness she'd carefully constructed. I was such a fool, letting myself grow fond of her, depending on her, even secretly thinking she was wonderful. My voice catches in my throat. You're so cruel. Sylvie watches me putting on a brave face, with not a shred of sympathy in her eyes, only pure satisfaction, only the cold, weightless relief of having finally reached this long-awaited day. She looks at me the way one might look at a nearly finished piece of art, with no warmth at all, not a ripple of feeling. Cruel? Compared to what your Sioux family did to me back then, this little bit of scheming from me is nothing at all. Back then you destroyed everything I had. I didn't even have the right to cry over it. Now I'm simply making you taste a fraction of the suffering I once endured. The time has come. You already can't live without me, can you? I grind my teeth so hard they creak. If you hate the SU family, then come after me directly. Don't play these twisted, roundabout games. Come after you directly? That would let your family off far too easily. It was never your life I wanted. Aren't you afraid I'll tell my sister everything? You won't. You can't bring yourself to do it. Not right now. You can't bear it. Isn't that right? I have no choice but to admit it. She's not wrong. I truly can't bring myself to do it. Can't be cruel to someone so consumed by an obsession like this. Can't be cruel to someone so single-mindedly determined to keep me by her side. So what exactly do you want from me? From today on, just behave yourself. Do that, and your days here will naturally be easier. But if you insist on causing trouble, your days will only get harder. The choice is yours. Ethan, don't be so stubborn. You won't be able to hold out. The more you resist, the more the people around you will suffer for it. Starting tomorrow, stop throwing tantrums. Stop breaking things. Just stay put and behave. I won't treat you poorly. With that, she turns and walks toward the door. Once she reaches it, she pauses, not turning back, and leaves me with one final, careless remark. One more thing. Don't count on your sister to save you. She can't even save herself right now. The door closes softly behind her. Outside, the night deepens, moonlight slipping in through a gap in the curtains, washing the room in a pale, sickly light. I stare at the closed door, Sylvie Mo. From this moment forward, that name no longer means gentleness or favor. It means hatred. It means pain. It's a fate I can't escape. I clench my fists tight, the pain sharpening my mind just slightly. I can't just accept this fate. I need to uncover the whole truth. I need to know exactly what happened 10 years ago. I need to know what she plans to do to the SU family next. I glance at my phone and find an anonymous text message. You think Sylvie Mo's revenge is only aimed at the SU family? There's someone far more dangerous behind her. Be wary of everyone around you, including the person you trust the most. The person I trust most, is it my sister, Jaden, or someone else entirely? The message was sent exactly 1 minute after Sylvie left the room. Who sent this? How do they know so much? Are they my enemy or my ally? I grip my phone tight, my heart pounding wildly. A cold sweat breaks across my back. I finally understand. This game has only just begun.